transitioning. And we're back. What's good? What's good?
Awesome. All right.
Everything
then.
is good. We've got a job from a mysterious client who's definitely not trying to get us killed
Right? Yeah.
or
no,
getting
for
us
sure.
to handle radioactive materials.
All I
Right.
see is eddies in my eyes.
So,
That's who money is.
as you guys have departed, you slowly take the trek back into the city, arriving outside of the apartment at around 9 p.m. Now, the driver, metallic voice, says, "You have arrived. Please exit the vehicle now. And if you ever need my services again, contact the Father. He shall send me to transport you. Please do not approach the church within your own personal vehicles, as we do not want them to be tracked back to our business. Thank you."
Guess that takes your Grundy out of the equation.
Yeah, it's alright. Also, was I the only person resisting the urge to make a Son and Holy Ghost joke the entire time that we were talking to him?
Oh, no, not at all.
I didn't want to get into it.
Just wanted to check.
It's an
Not at
interesting
all.
context. Hopefully, this works out in everyone's favor. Love those rings. All right.
Right.
I'm gonna keep this shotgun on my back here, along with my katana. I've got my pistol. Uh, how far away? I guess I can check the. I'll check my agent for the how far away this place is from the apartment.
The slammer is across the city. However, it is still located within the city center, which is where you all are. It shouldn't be longer than like a 45-ish minute drive
Cool.
down there. Although the streets do tend to get a little clogged at this time of night.
Maybe we should take your Grundy and then just stash it somewhere. What do
Well,
you
I
think?
was going to say we could do a swap off
Sounds like a
once
good
we
idea
have
to
the
me.
goods.
Yeah.
You said all you had to do was call the vehicle, and he points to it as it drives away. If you have ours, get the thing, get out. Maybe even get the other thing, get out. Then we can swap over to the other car.
Now, on that note, I think we can all agree that we are not the crew that you hire to go in and kill a man. Don't get me wrong, I think we're all capable of it.
Yeah.
But
No.
like some sort of head of an organization who is a solo,
Mhm.
we should probably not be trying to kill that man. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page
Yeah,
here.
that
The
seems
pay
pretty
money, I
sus.
know you love it, but the payout seems good enough without that whole like maybe kill yourself and also I need a severed head.
I mean, we're not gambling addicts here. Double or nothing. I mean, we'll at least look at the guy, right? We'll scope him out, see who he's even talking about.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, unless it's like a baby that we're stealing the metaphorical candy from.
Yeah.
Let's not do this.
No, for sure.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So plan is we take Grundy nearby, and then I guess walk from there, or we're getting a swap car. Is there? I don't know. Are we breaking another rule? Breaking another law in Night City? Got to steal someone's car, or you have a
Oh
contact? You think
no.
we should call that?
What
You
I
think
meant.
we should call that an AI car?
Yeah, that was what I was saying. If we didn't, because they said don't take the Grundy to the church, right? So,
Right.
so we could use the Grundy
Oh, and we do
within the
have to head
city,
back there.
and then we
Yeah.
have to head back. When we
Uh,
head back, we can, do the same thing. Stop
Yeah,
here, or
get
let's
the
not stop
Grundy,
here.
get
Yeah.
nearby. Like the Grundy's not. It's a unique vehicle, but it's not unknown of that there are multiple in the city.
Hmm.
Get somewhere nearby. Walk the rest of the way. Drive back. Maybe not here, but to
Yeah.
some third location. Call the fancy AI car, whose name I
Hmm.
did not catch, but I'm gonna call him Larry. We're gonna
Larry.
call Larry,
Call
and
Larry.
well, then we'll go to a place. Yeah, call Larry.
all right. Looks like it's gonna be a long night, boys.
Yep. Stretch again. Let's do it. To the Grundy.
All right. As you guys
Alright.
pile into the Grundy, get
Which
it
should we
revving
describe
up.
for the people who aren't as well versed in Cyberpunk RED as the rest of us?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, please do describe
Yes.
what your Grundy looks like.
So hopefully after this is aired, and maybe if you're watching it on YouTube, there'll be like an image that appears around me of what the Grundy actually looks like. But the Grundy is made from scrap by a Polish company. It is basically a four-person car with a big old combat plow, like think of something that pushes through the snow, and just tons of armor plating all around it. Like this thing can just smash through a smaller car and we will be completely fine. Maybe a little bit of whiplash, but otherwise we're good. And lookouts,
Nice.
it's seen its fair share of damage, so there have been parts replaced. It's a little bit of patchwork going on right now.
Heard. So like about as big as a Hummer, maybe something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I would post a picture of it, but I'm not quite sure what the copyright surrounded that is. But if you
Yeah.
Google the Grundy Cyberpunk RED, you will find some art for yourselves.
Heard. Yeah, no one should be messing with that beast if we leave it unattended. Cool.
Yeah.
Shotgun.
Yeah. So,
Whoever's got the shotgun gets shotgun.
I don't
That's
mind.
right.
I will take the fancy seats in the back by myself.
yeah, so as you guys begin revving up the Grundy and taking it out of the upper marina and down towards where South Night City is, you guys are familiar with the combat zones at this point. You guys have seen your fair share of Night City, although I don't know if you've ever been this far deep into them. So your trek takes you down through Little China, where you see a number of different, well, let's just say unsavory folk lining the streets. Drive by a few scuffles, see a lot of gang colors down there, as it's hotly contested territory, as is the old Japantown, which you drive through directly after. Although this place seems to have a bit more order to it, as the tiger claws have pretty firmly sunk their teeth into it and have managed to establish at least some form of pecking order. You head through the old combat zone, the most dangerous part of Night City, and it is just havoc on the streets. There are a number of different small booster gangs roaming around, but no one wants to challenge this absolute beast of a vehicle. I mean, this thing is built for battle, and it looks like it's seen its fair share of it. It's a known fact that you don't really mess with the nomads in this city, as not only do they carry these massive cars, but they also usually carry backup, come in large packs.
Yeah.
Little combat zone. It takes you
Heck
up through
yeah.
the Glen. The Glen, this is more civilized territory. There may be some disputes, and there are plenty of gangs, but they know not to fight in the streets. And a number of corporations have decided to set up shop here, establishing themselves back in the city after the old corporate center was destroyed in the blast. And finally, you enter South Night City. This place, similar to the old combat zone in Little China, is a melting pot of various different forces looking to claim their territory. The further south towards the ocean you get, the more and more you see just a single insignia, that of a hanged body. This is the territory of the hanged men. And as you progress closer and closer to the slammer, you come to a checkpoint where you see two men standing on the side of the road with a gate in front of them, and they too wear this symbol upon their body.
All right. Nice and
Well, I guess
easy,
I'm stopping.
everyone.
Yeah. As you guys stop at the gate, one of them waves for you, bring your window down on the driver's side, and the other keeps his high-powered rifle pointed at the passenger side window, making sure you don't try any funny business.
I just throw up a peace sign at the guard aiming at my window.
I was gonna say, GM,
Well, hey there, friends.
while they're talking, I'm in the back looking up information on teams that the councilman likes to hire, because we have some competition I want to look
Okay.
into as well.
Yes, we will get to that in a second, because that is
But that's what I'm
very
looking.
good
That's what I'm
information.
doing. I'm just sort
That's
of
good.
goggles on,
Good
not even paying
attention
attention.
good attention to detail there. And you roll down the window?
Oh, I do.
As you roll it down, he calls out saying, "This is Hanged Men territory. What's your business? Who are you with?"
Well, I spend a little bit of time with the NCTC. You might have seen me driving around periodically, doing the fine work of maintaining the roads around here. But tonight, me and my boys are just looking to get a drink somewhere, have a little bit of a party.
He says, "I assume you're heading down to the Slammer then. We got some good fights lined up."
I was thinking about it, yeah, but these two, they're new to the area. You know, any place a little safer we might be able to start out at?
Yeah, scratches his chin a little. He says, "Well, I mean, there are some smaller bars in the area. Let me think. Mm, I
I can also
mean,
roll local expert if I need to. I do actually have local expert for this part of town.
yeah. So, I mean, there's Strud Palace. That place is a little more low key, but I wouldn't necessarily go in there waving those guns around. That's pretty firmly our territory, and not too many frequent it except for our people, if you know what I'm saying.
I
So,
know what you're saying.
yeah, especially with this big armored car, you kind of look like you're asking for trouble.
I get you, I get you. You know, I think Randy might have talked me into going to the Slammer just so we don't have to avoid too many issues here. But
I tell you,
yeah,
tell
is
you
there
what.
anything else you need from us?
That's probably best. Now, the only thing I ask is you don't stir up any trouble. If you do, either take it inside the slammer, into the ring, or take it outside. Our enforcers should do the rest.
Well, heck yeah, man. I ain't about to go to a watering hole and cause a problem in it, piss in it metaphorically speaking, and sometimes literally. But I get what you're saying. We'll make sure that we don't get up to any trouble.
That's good business. All right, be on your way.
Thank you. And once we get a little ways away, I'll just look to my guys like, did I tell any of you guys that I actually work for the public transportation company around here? Like, I'm actually in this area quite a bit, just like maintaining the roads and stuff. So
Never.
it's actually not too bad around here. Yeah, I really gotta tell you guys more about my life outside of the edge running. Like, no, I even got a sibling up there in the university district. So I probably should have mentioned.
A uni
This is
kid.
where I'm hanging around. Yeah, my twin. Did I tell you I had a twin?
You
I probably didn't
didn't.
tell you I had a twin.
I had no idea.
No. We'll go talk to Johnny at some point. Real hoot of a character. You'll love him.
Well, damn. Looks like we might be a little bit more well known around this area, you think? It shouldn't be a problem that they know we're going straight to the slammer, right?
Nah. I mean, the slammer, it is pardon the pun, but it is slammed all the time, like giant crowd. We might have some
Nice.
problems if someone sees us lifting the stuff, but if memory is recalling, the slammer is like right near the water across the bay from Pacifica. So if they're coming in from a boat right there, we should be able to park somewhere nearby,
Oh yeah.
maybe make an appearance in the slammer so people see us in there, and then hop right out the back and go looking for something important.
If you
Sounds
don't
like a
know a
plan.
port, can I send a text to Xena, real quick to see if she knows of a place to park near the Slammer? Since it's near a port, she might know the port area.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
So yeah, I'll shoot a quick message over to Xena. I'm like, "What's up, sis? Um, near the Slammer, need somewhere to park. You know, a good space, preferably near the port."
Yeah. So as you're waiting for her text back, the the research you were doing,
Yeah.
you begin to find some results on this man they call the councilman. Now, this man, they may call him the councilman, but his real name is Garvin Hackinson. He is one of the more high-class fixers. He likes to run with the executive crowd, you could say, and he doesn't really do much with the petty gangs. Now, these people that he may or may not be sending, from your research, it seems most likely they're more along the lines of corporate solos than the kinds you find on the street in booster gangs.
Does he have any favorites?
Does have a few. There is one person in particular who he is usually the leader of his various ragtag groups. Now, this person goes by the name Rohan the Bull, and as his name might suggest, he's quite the big person. And based on your research, you wouldn't want to scuffle with him, especially in hand-to-hand combat, as that seems to be his specialty.
All right, cool. So you see me typing in the back, and I go, we might be going up against Rohan the Bull tonight, fellas, as far as our competition for this box.
You're kidding.
Damn.
Not kidding at all.
I don't know who that is, but
And why did-
okay.
This doesn't add up. Why did Father want? I don't think our objective is to go head on with these guys. Can't be. I mean, we don't have any solos in our crew. We stand out completely. You think he's got other people getting going after this box?
I think we're supposed to be all stealthy and stuff
Yeah.
when we get there.
At least from what it looks like, the councilman, Mr. Hackinson, the exec fixer, he likes to run with a ton of corporate solos, and Rohan's the one who normally runs them on these jobs. They're the pink mohawk to our black trench coat on this job. I say we use them as a distraction if they make enough noise.
Okay.
I'm down. Also, and I didn't mention this around any of the people because I didn't want to put the idea out there, but I can drive a boat. We could just steal the boat
You know, I can.
and just drive it to some dock.
I mean, this is true. These are things. I mean, that's why I thought we could. We didn't have a plan on interception, but I mean, if we could catch it before it even hits the slammer, that would be sick. But that's asking for a little bit too much.
That's what I was thinking.
We would have to know exactly where it's coming in from, yeah.
Um,
But
And
having that connected
correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he say that they were making port at a dock right behind the slammer, or am I misremembering something? And this is also me, the player, like checking my memory right
Yes.
now.
So he did say that they were making. So
thought it was
because
near.
you're familiar with this area, you know that it's not just that there is a port like near the slammer. Like the port is connected to the slammer. So out behind the slammer is where the port is. And because the slammer functions as a headquarter for this specific gang,
I see.
you know that this port is the one that they usually use for the importation of their business ventures, you could say.
Right.
Got it.
Excellent. Just
It's a
wanted to make
very
sure I knew
small
that.
port. It can only dock a couple ships at a time, as far as you know.
Okay.
What size ship would we be talking here? Are we talking speedboat, or are we talking more like yacht level type, or maybe even larger?
You're not sure, but well, yeah, you're not sure because you don't actually know where it's coming from. It's
Yep.
hard to say.
No, I get you. I just wanted to get as much information as I could before we ran into the bullet storm that is coming our way.
Right. If I was
Mhm.
near an access point, I could try to find a log on their comings and goings, or at least their cameras on the comings and goings of ships to try to schedule out when this going to come in. But since it's tonight,
We might be able to
we're going in
find one
blind on that.
inside.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
That's something I came
Sounds
up
like we want to park and maybe scan the area around outside, looking for an access point before we head inside. Or at
Yeah.
least check out the thing. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll become docking right as we get there.
Oh,
Worst
that'll be
case scenario,
nice.
we just stole a boat. Who knows what's on the boat?
Yeah. Yeah. I laugh as I continue
All
looking
right.
for more information, if there's any more to
Did
look
we
for.
find I'm gonna just looking for parking basically as we drive.
Yeah, so actually, as you guys are getting closer and closer to the slammer, Alexander
Mhm.
gets a text back from his sister saying, yeah, that port there, it's been repurposed as far as I know in current times. However, there used to be a large warehouse nearby, which, as far as I know, has been converted into a large lot for the slammer.
Oh, slammer lots that way, and I point over to sort of towards the direction where it would be on a map.
Excellent. Start driving that way.
All right. As you pull up to where this lot is located, you notice that there is a large number of cars. And like the member of the gang that you ran into before seemed to say, it does appear that there are some very high profile fights going down today with this large of a crowd.
I send a text back saying, "Thank you, love you, be safe on your runs." Uh, yeah.
Man, it's not even late yet. Look
Right?
at all these cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dang.
true.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, yes. By Night City time, it is only about, let's see, I want to say 9:15, 9:30ish.
Okay.
All right. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. In that case, we'll wait for the parking and just go in. I imagine I'm not going to be able to get something near the entrance, but again, I have a combat plow. I can go through a lot of things with no damage to my
Yes.
vehicle.
Yeah, so you find parking within the lot. You're able to park pretty close to the road. And you begin, as you get out, you hear noises coming from farther down the street. Um, and you can only assume that this rowdiness is coming from the building known as the Slammer.
All right, so that over there's the slammer, and it's pretty much standing room only. Now, you guys, yeah, hold on, and I, I think he's gonna give them like a quick tutorial on how to hold the weapons and look, like you know what you're doing. Because my assumption is that neither one of you has any shoulder arms whatsoever, and he
Yeah, for
wants to
shoulder
take
arms.
care of
No,
you guys.
not at all.
Yep.
No, this is
Uh,
true.
Speaking of, while you're doing this, I'm like, what's their weapons policy anyway? I know they're a fight club, but do they let in iron?
Well, Father told
Oh heck
us
yeah.
we should have some rifles to help fit in, so I think it's more of like a old Western style, like that BD I was mentioning before. You
Yeah,
Ah,
know?
look out because he's native to this area. He would know. People pack their heat in here, and it's pretty much actually expected
okay.
that solos come fully armed, especially during fight nights where anybody can challenge anybody to a
Mm,
Mm.
night in the ring. All weapons allowed.
nice.
Look out, are you feeling feisty? Want to get in the ring?
Listen, I would. I've seen some of these fights. These are maybe if I had some subdermal armor and some, full metal like riot gear on top of that subdermal, maybe. But nah, trust me. Sometime when we're not working a job, we'll come down here and you'll see why I'm saying we shouldn't do that.
Yeah, all right. I
Oh,
believe
for
you.
sure.
I believe you. Maybe we can make some extra scratch on the bets.
Hey man, I'm sure they got bets. I know they got betting around here. I mean, it's a fight. It ain't a fight if you ain't betting.
That's true.
Absolutely. Let's look
So,
around a bit, see if we can walk around back.
Yeah, I want to walk around as well. I have the rifle slung over my shoulder, and I have the really poor medium pistol, and my combat knife, and my
All right.
messenger
Oh
bag
yeah,
ready to go.
So as you guys kind of circle the lot, trying to see, where it kind of leads, the very back, so the lot is on the left side of the street,
Okay.
which is the same side of the street that the slammer is on, and is also the same side of the street that leads to the water.
Hmm.
So the lot actually ends kind of like almost on a cliff face. And then so as you reach the far left end of the lot, you see that there is just ocean below you.
Mhm.
And directly in front of you, as like you're kind of facing towards the direction of the slammer, you notice that there is a row of apartment buildings. However, behind the apartment buildings, there are alleys that seem to lead down to where you can see a port. And
Mm,
docked within this port is what looks to be a trans-Pacific cargo ship.
I see.
think that might be it.
That's
I would
probably it.
have to agree. Fine, sir.
And also, at the entrance to this alley, there seem to be a number of members of the Hanged Men, identified by the insignia they wear on their upper left sleeve.
Mhm.
Huh. Well, I don't see any dinghies or anything, or any kind of ladder. I was gonna think maybe we could just jump in there. We wouldn't even have to go in the slammer and jump in the ocean, swim up to it. But I don't know about that.
I mean, I got some rope. We could at least climb down the cliff face a little bit and have some options if we need them. But
The
True.
cliff
plenty.
face is only about 15, 20 feet high, I want to say.
Okay.
And it's overlooking this port and the apartments and everything. We're like across the.
The cliff face does not overlook the port. It overlooks the ocean, which
Mhm.
like leads up to where the port is. It's kind of
I
like,
see.
so you have like the ocean next to the next to the parking lot, and then if you were to jump into that ocean and swim, I don't know, like 500, 600 feet
Mhm.
forward
I see.
ish, you would reach kind of where the port is on the back of the slammer. You're only about an apartment building away from where the slammer is actually located.
And it's like a semicircle kind of thing. The ocean border.
Yeah, kind of.
Gotcha. Okay. Um.
And we're looking at the
Well.
back of the slammer, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Okay, cool.
you can basically, because you're
Got
on
it.
the edge of the parking garage, you can see the alleyway behind the apartment buildings, which leads to the back of the slammer and
I
the
got it.
port.
This is a really good
Got it.
location. Thanks, Z.
Yeah.
You can also see that there are people currently moving between the back of the slammer and the ship, and it looks like they are unloading crates.
Our best bet might be to get into the slammer, see if we can. I'll have to be honest, guys. My plan might be to knock out one of these guys, get their outfit, and see if we can get into this port.
I'm down with that.
I
I was
mean,
thinking we
It
just
sounds a
and
little crazy, but I don't
what were you
know. I
thinking?
mean, well, you see their insignias brandished everywhere. They clearly this is like a frat, you know. Maybe we can if we can get our hands on a jacket or something, we might be able to sneak our way in there.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I'm down to
It's a
try.
crazy idea, but I think our best bet might be to get into the more social environment, schmooze our way in, get to know what's going on. Seems like a lot of business goes on down here while they do their fights.
It's true. What were you gonna say? Look out.
Yeah, you're the fixer, man. You just gotta say what we're doing. I'm helping you out.
Yeah, let's head inside. Yeah. So I start walking. I guess I'm not gonna walk behind the buildings. We'll just walk like the normal. Uh,
Walk down the main street.
yeah. Mhm.
All right. As you guys get closer and closer to the slammer, the rowdiness amps up exponentially, and the air around the bar carries a distinctly violent feel. The salty, moist air coming in, rolling off the ocean, is almost reminiscent of the tears shed in this place, and the emanating red lights, the color of blood, give it a very ominous feel. But it doesn't seem to deter anyone. So you see people pouring in and out of the bar, um, laughing with each other, drunk, high, all of them toting iron. The building is squashed between two apartments, one on each side. The one on the left side being one you've already seen both the front and the back of on the way over. And in between the apartments and the slammer, there are now narrow alleyways leading out towards where the docks are. Within these alleyways, shadowy figures can be seen, peddling drugs and violence to any people who stray within their reach. Now, outside the door of the slammer, there is a monster of a man. This man is nearly 8 feet tall and covered in enough chrome to drive the weak-minded mad. He looks the epitome of a fearsome watchdog, and he's got a shiny new gun glinting on his hip, looking ready to be broken in. The door is open with people passing in and out, grabbing each other in camaraderie and in violence. There reeks of booze with a pounding bass.
Man, what a scene.
Do we just want to go down this alleyway and just like pretend like we're getting some drugs and just like cut a ride on and down to the back? Like, it's worth a shot. I mean,
I have a feeling they're going to be guarding the entranceway to the port, but yeah, I mean, this is a kind of intense environment. Can I, GM, I'd like to look at the bouncer and see if I recognize him.
Sure thing.
Is that gonna
You
be
glance at the bouncer and give me a streetwise check.
a 10-10, so 30. So it's a +8 cool, +2 streetwise.
All right.
You
Wait,
rolled
what's
two
the total?
tens? Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I rolled 2 10s.
All right.
Yeah,
So
cool.
you, yeah, you know this guy. Now, this guy, his real name is Gregory Carter, but he goes by the name of Justice, and he's a veteran of the Fourth Corporate War. He was once a member of the Iron Sights, a group of chromed out individuals whose numbers have dwindled in the past few years, but remain dangerous to this day. Now, supposedly, this man, during a run-in with the Inquisitor Titanium, Chinatown, went psycho and took out his entire crew, as well as several civilians.
What was the name of his crew again?
Iron Sights.
The Iron Sights. They're a pretty well-known gang in the combat zones of people who are on the brink of cyberpsychosis from the amount of chrome they've got implanted.
Gotcha. Oh shit. Okay.
Maelstrom hires you.
All right. Yeah, I should have known we'd run into this guy. Yeah, he goes by Justice. Him and his crew, they don't fuck around. They love cybernetics and kind of like the Marauders, if you remember them. I mean, they're still around here sometimes.
I do.
Yeah, they can't get enough.
Just
of it.
a clarification. Justice was the man that the father fellow wanted us to take care of.
Yep.
Yes. For
Yeah.
essentially
memory.
double your pay, you can take
Not
this
enough.
man out.
No, we cannot take this man out. That is the
Who's to
problem.
say? I mean, this guy's pretty famous on the streets. Who's to say we won't get attacked by anyone who sees us do it? I mean,
Exactly.
yeah. Though the respect would be crazy if we were able to pull it off.
That's true as well.
I don't know.
If was the key word
Well-
in there.
Let's leave that on the side table. Maybe he can help us get back there. I mean, he's a bouncer after all.
Maybe.
Sure.
But yeah,
Oh,
let's check out this dark, scary alleyway. Worst
bef-
case scenario, we get some synth coke and prepare ourselves.
valid.
All right.
Before we go, I want to send a picture of Rowan the bull to our private chat so that they can have when we get just in case we get in the crowd, shit happens. People are looking around different places. This is the dude that's normally running
All
on
right.
the
Yeah,
other team, so you can see him too.
that's good. That's good.
Oh, and I set my agent up to as soon as he's in my vision with my goggles on, I want to ping him. I want to put a little triangle over his head.
That's good. That's good. All right. So what is your guys' plan of action here?
Okay, we got two options. Sounds like Lookout wants to head to the alley. I think I can possibly get some info on this guy, but worst comes to worst, we get pushed around a little in the alley. We can figure ourselves out.
There
Uh,
could be an access point in the alley as well,
yeah.
the service one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll head down the alley then.
Yep.
All right. Do you guys try to sneak into the alley, or do you just walk in there like
We're gonna
confidently?
walk like we own the place.
Yeah.
I'll
I,
take
I think
lead.
you mentioned there are people like dealing drugs and stuff like that, so
Uh-huh.
my plan is to just buy some drugs. And then we
Yeah.
can just be in there for a legitimate purpose. We don't have to worry about someone being like, "Oh, hey, why are you here?
Oh,
I'm
okay.
buying
Yeah.
drugs."
As
Well,
you
Lookout.
guys start walking towards the alley, you hear out. Hey, what do you think you're doing? And it seems to be the very tall man, and he's pointing at you.
Which you? Like me or one of the other two
Or us,
others?
I guess.
All of you.
I'm
The
going to buy some drugs.
Hey. You can't be back there. If you
Relax,
want to
relax.
buy, you have dealers inside.
Mm.
Oh, all right. But you mind if I ask why we can't go speak to these people, or are they selling the more exclusive stuff?
And that's hanged men business. You need to stay out unless you
My apologies. I was not
want some
aware.
punishment.
I'm sorry I didn't pay for that particular service tonight. I will pass.
Make sure you find your way inside.
All right, I'm gonna head back out of the alley towards the entrance to the slammer.
I continue
I will
following
follow
Wait a
so
minute.
the man
Yep.
doesn't punish me.
As you guys start to walk inside, he says, "Wait a minute. Who are you anyway?
Um,
I don't
I
recognize your faces. I see everything."
You don't know me? It's money. I've done a few runs for the Iron Sights, and the Hangman. Nothing major.
You run with the iron sights?
No.
He
Just done
begins to
some
reach
business.
towards his pistol.
Whoa. You got me misunderstood, man. I'm with no gangs. I just work with them. You know, food, medicine, no weapons, no nothing.
He's a
We're,
fixer.
yeah, we're good people. I just letting you know. I know the people around here. We're here for a good time tonight.
I better not catch you doing any iron sight business around here, unless you want me to handle you.
Heard. Well, hey, Choom. If I catch you in there, we'll get you a drink. Okay, on me.
And watch yourself, money.
Duly noted. What was your name?
Uh, he just laughs. Mitt, get inside.
I'll
You
walk
got
off.
it, bud.
All
And
right.
once we're inside, was anybody else getting a kind of vaguely sexual vibe off of that man?
everything he said. And I continue
Like at the
walking.
I,
first time, I could ignore it, but the second time, and like the little eyebrow wiggle, that like, don't get me wrong, whatever floats your boat, but
I didn't
it
even
was a little
know.
weird that they have the bouncer doing that.
I didn't even know the metallic could do that with his eyebrows. It
Oh
was
God.
kind of it was kind of intense.
It was damn impressive. Like maybe he did the whole mood eye thing that I did with my visor here. Maybe
Yeah,
they
maybe
got
yeah.
they got Chrome for everything.
The future is now.
Yeah. As you guys head inside, you hear a loud whistle and some cheering coming from a nearby table, as about half the table looks to be very excited, and the other half seems to be pretty dejected. And one of the guys seated at the table calls out to you saying, "I can't believe you guys had the balls to stand up to him."
Hey, it's what we do.
He says, "Here, come sit with us. You just won me a lot of money."
Heck yeah. First round's on you then.
Heck yeah. And as he gestures for you guys to join him, he reaches out his hand and says, "I'm Milton."
Nice to meet you, Milton.
I give
Money.
a
And
I
you
give a
are?
nod.
Oh, I'm Lookout. Money already introduced himself, and our mysterious fellow here prefers to remain nameless. It's his sheik.
You can call me XC.
Well, it's good to meet you all. You here for the fights?
Of course. Better place to be. It looks like a good night
Heck
tonight,
yeah.
too.
It's gonna be a great night tonight. I've heard there's even a chance that Justice himself might step in the ring. I can't wait to see that. It's been a while. Ever since he handled old man Casali, hasn't been the same.
That's that guy in the alleyway giving us a hard time, huh?
Yeah, that World War II tank. He's stepping in the wing.
Yeah, well, you know, anybody can step in. Anyone can challenge anyone. That's what makes the slammer fun. I mean,
Right?
Him and his crew aren't too popular around these parts, are they? With the hangman being here? Surprised
what do
he's
you mean?
bouncing.
He runs with the hangman.
Justice?
Yeah,
Yeah, guess that makes sense.
his old crew though. They can't be coming around these parts.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. Yeah, I knew he ran with I won't even say their name anymore, but yeah.
Yeah,
So I
after he
imagine,
flatlined
but
half the team, I can't imagine why not.
yeah,
Yeah, after that business in Chinatown, they told him to hit the road, and he's been a different man ever since.
I see. Man, it really is a good night. Well, what are you drinking, boys?
Whatever they're buying.
Heck yeah.
I mean, shit, we'll buy you whatever you want. And he gestures over towards a woman standing towards the middle of the room, screams out, "Hey, Mira, come bring us another round." And she goes off to go find some drinks.
Well, heck yeah. Heck yeah. So what are y'all doing here besides the fight? What do you get up to outside of this?
I mean, listen, today's import night, so best drugs are up for grabs, good fights, and like to do some gambling on the side, but that's just extra money on top of a great pie.
GM,
I
That makes
feel
sense.
you. I feel you.
I have two.
We were looking to do some. What was that?
Oh,
Go
two.
ahead.
Just two questions. Do these gentlemen, including Milton, have uh the hangman insignia on any of their shirts?
They do not seem to be members of this gang,
Okay,
but
and
they are still all pretty beefy solos.
cool. And second, while my more charismatic uh compatriots here are talking up the crowd, can I do like a Kurt scan for access points? I'm still just looking around, seeing what's available. Not
Yeah,
necessarily do anything.
what's the range on that?
Uh 6 meters for me. I don't have the upgrade for
All
8.
right. So there doesn't seem to be anything within 6 meters. However, there must be an access point somewhere in this building because there are a number of electronics.
Okay.
that would be accessible by such things. They have computers and such for tracking purchases. However, like the father said, there does not seem to be any cameras or turrets set up anywhere.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll be looking for mostly that, but cool. This 6 meter square is now taken care of, not here.
GM, I'd like to do I just take a general look around the room, see about like doorways, if I see any
Yeah.
movement. He mentioned, yeah.
So there's one big winding staircase off to the right side, which is where a majority of the foot traffic is. This seems to lead down to a deeper layer, which uh, our local expert would know is a place known as the pit where the fights actually take place. Now, there is also a number of hallways that lead deeper into the building, one on each side of the large bar that dominates the room. These also have a decent amount of traffic. They most likely lead to bathrooms and other such things you would find in a building. However, they do face out towards the port, so one may potentially have the doorway which leads out back.
Got it.
All right. Uh, I got a plan. I just want to let you guys do your thing before I like start talking to these guys again.
Okay.
Cool.
So Milton, we were looking to possibly do some betting ourselves. Is that what you boys came here for, or are you guys trying to get your
Mhm.
hands dirty as well?
Yeah, well, none of us are fighting tonight, but I'm certainly looking to place some bets on the fight. But we're just gonna enjoy our drinks up here for a while before we head down to the pit where all that takes place. What about you? You here for some betting?
Yeah, of course, of course. We're not, as you can see, we're not solos, but yeah, I know a few people around the area. I know it's pretty popular. You mentioned import night, so being a fixer, you never know what I can get my hands on. Might be useful.
I
If
pipe
you guys
up.
need anything, sure, remember my name. Go
Oh, what
ahead.
do you say?
Oh, I pipe up and say, "Yeah, aren't you always looking for a couple solos to call?"
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah. I mean, always looking for maybe a couple extra people for particular jobs that could you know, help smooth things along for us.
Uh, as you say that, Milton kind of gives you guys a weird type of look when you say that you're not solos. But he takes out his business card and gives it to you, saying, "Well, I mean, we're always open for jobs. We're part timers, but I get my hands dirty."
Good to know. Good to know. Um, you guys got anything? What's so special about import night?
Fresh as drugs, man. I mean,
Yeah.
if you want the good shit, you got to be here on import night, and because there's such a surplus, it's also the cheapest prices of the month.
And who would I?
Mm.
Who in here do I talk to get involved with that?
Ah, I see, he says, nodding along as you kind of say that. Ah,
Mhm.
so you're one of those fixers. You be dealing. Okay, well,
It's just good to
uh,
know how things work in every area I'm in.
he points out the woman who got the drinks. He says, "That's Mira there. She's kind of head of house around here. You talk to her, tell her that you want to buy in bulk. She could hook you up."
Thanks, brother.
I like it. Man, Money, you read my mind. I was just thinking to myself, cheap drugs tonight? How do I get a sneak peek about this imported stuff? Maybe we should talk to Mira, or maybe see if our boy Milton here knows how one might wander out to the appropriate areas, maybe see what's available.
Sounds like a plan.
Milton kind of nods his head at that. He says, "Yeah, I mean, if you want to see the goods, gotta talk to her. She'll get you past all these goons. As you probably saw outside, they don't take kindly to strangers wandering around. But I mean, they're always open for business with fixers. You just gotta know who to talk to."
Damn straight, damn straight. Well, let's go talk to this lady.
Yeah, where is she in the room right now? Is she like in eyesight? Can I wave her over?
She's off. She's off by the bar.
Okay. Yeah. I guess while we're over there, I'll grab us some drinks. 2, 3 smashes all around.
Yeah. Wasn't she didn't
Yeah.
our boy Milton here like ask her to bring around a drink?
That's
So we
right.
might be able to just kind of like
Yeah.
chill for a minute and she comes our way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she already brought the drinks.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, cool.
And then yeah, she's headed back to the bar after having already brought you guys your drinks. She brought them while you guys were talking.
Gotcha. All right.
Cheers, everyone. It's a pleasure to meet you, Milton. I hope we see you down there at the
Cheers.
pit.
Appreciate the drink, Milton.
Yeah, listen, man. Give me a call.
I get up to seemingly head down to the pit, but I'm gonna stop by Mira and speak to her.
All right.
As we turn around, I give the same nod I gave when we came in. Back to Milton and the boys.
As you approach Mira, she kind of turns around and gives you guys a bright smile. She's a tall, willowy woman with long, dark hair. Pretty, but you don't. She doesn't really ring any bells. She is one of those people who looks like a lot of people. She looks like a bunch of people you've met, but at the same time, she's not them.
Yeah.
I get that.
Mira. I appreciate the drinks earlier, but I was looking for something a little stronger, if you know what I mean.
She kind of nods her head and gives you a tight smile, saying, "Well, there's plenty of dealers around. Do you have anything particular in mind?
See,
I'm sure one of them can help you."
my boys here and we I don't know, we got a lot of friends. We're gonna need a bit more than something I could put in my pocket, if that makes any sense.
I see. So, how much product are we talking?
Um, let's just say enough for 3 guys to handle carrying out of here.
Hmm. Let's
Can I hop in
see.
here? Would I know a good amount to ask for because of the backstory with a little bit of like smuggling and running that I've been doing to the university district on the side? Just like I'm not sure. I'm not sure totally what I'm asking, but maybe like the right
No, I get
lingo
what you're
to
saying.
use.
I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. I get what you're saying. The main question is, what kind of drugs do you want? Because they got like any like common like any street drug is kind of up for grabs here. So it's like she kind of says just like, well, what type of product are you looking for? I mean, we have everything. We got everything from cheap blue glass to nice black lace, synth coke. I mean, we even got the traditional coke if you're into that.
Got you.
Well, if you got it, I know a few people in the university district who are quite happy to pay for a large amount of boosts, especially around exam time. I'm more of a synth coke fan myself, though.
I see. Yes, yes. We do have a good amount of boost on hand. Um, I can hook you up with some. Enough for 3 people to carry out. We can do that. I mean, usually we handle a bit bigger loads, but I noticed you guys are new around here, so maybe this could be the start of a relationship. How's that sound?
I'd like that. I'd like that. I know a few people who really need this stuff, and I'm a bit of a nomad, so getting it around is kind of my area of expertise, if you know what I mean. Plus, my associate Money here, he is the person to talk to if you need to get something in a few particular areas, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And then so as she's saying that, she quickly turns around and reappears with a cheap little one-shot pointed right at you and saying, "But you better not think you're making a fool out of me now, okay? Clear?"
Oh heck no! You don't even have to do that. Like we we can unless you got to do the threat thing as part of your normal procedure. In which case, proceed. But I get you. We screw with each other. We shoot each other. It's the standard policy.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Not much is standard around these parts. And she says, here, come, follow me. She tucks it back into whatever mysterious pocket she pulled it out of and begins to head down the left corridor out the bar.
I follow and look back at these lookout and sorry
Just call XE or
exterminate
X.
X and just give them like a sort of eyebrow raise, and yeah, we move on.
Yeah, continue moving. I'm
So
still
Alright.
as we
head
get
on
in
the
real
swivel
close and
looking for
whisper,
the.
I don't have much money. Go right ahead, sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I say I didn't have a gun, and then I'm still I'm still keeping my head on the swivel for the other team. I want to get eyes on them as like quickly as possible, if there are
Alright.
eyes to be had.
As you guys begin to head out, you reach through an exterior door which is guarded by a member of the Hanged Men. However, when he sees you're accompanied by Mira, he just nods his head in deference and steps aside, allowing her to push the door open, and you take in the port behind the slammer. Now, this is a large, complex port. It's deceptively small, but it holds a lot of goods. You see people moving back and forth between the dock and the ship, unloading large crates, which seem, from the opened ones that you can see, seem to contain anything from cheap blue glass to bottles of booze that go for thousands of eddies each. And they're being carried off to different storehouses. Now, there are a number of storehouses here, 5 to be exact, and as you guys begin to head down to the area proper, you see Mira wave over a member of the gang who quickly approaches you and gives a sort of bow to your group. You see Mira uh, consult the man and say that you guys are looking to purchase a somewhat small shipment of boost. And she asks that this man take you down to the place where it is stored so that you can sort out the details of your purchase, and begins to walk back towards the bar, leaving you with this unknown member of the Hanged Men.
All right. After you, my good man.
Yeah.
He gives you guys a nod, seeming to respect the potential customers, and begins walking towards one of the warehouses that is closest to the water.
Is there a number on this
I'm gonna.
warehouse?
They don't seem to be numbered, but if you were to count from left to right, this would be warehouse number 2.
Okay.
Can I take a look at uh the warehouses and ships that are being unloaded just to see if I'm looking for basically a large concentration of people and guards, to show importance of something.
Mhm. Well, there's only one ship currently docked in port, which is the one being unloaded. And there doesn't seem to be any particular like congregation of guards guarding it, simply because there are just so many members of the gang milling about in this area,
Mhm.
that it's almost redundant to just have a group of them guarding one specific area.
Yeah.
The members of the gang seem to be monitoring the various people loading and unloading the ships. As you can see that those who are loading it and unloading it are not actually members of the gang, or at least do not wear their insignia.
Hmm.
This is going to be a silly question, but do any of us get the feeling we could just nonchalant our way onto the boat right now?
Well, not with this guy leading us somewhere. uh,
One thing at a time, my friend. One thing at a time.
I look at the guy and I say, I notice you guys uh, barter and more than just stimmies. It's good for a guy like me. What else do you all have around here?
Says, I mean, that's a bit of a dangerous question to ask, but I guess if Miss Mira trusts you, then I'm sure I can disclose the variety of our goods. I mean, We focus mainly on various drugs, peddle high-end alcohol. Most of it's stolen. And there's some more secretive stuff. But let's just say we dip our hands in the arms trade, not for any of those cheap pieces you see those solos inside carrying.
Yeah, sure.
But let's get down to business, he says as he steps into the warehouse.
I follow.
All
So
right.
do I.
Yeah, it will as well.
And Alexander, as you step into the warehouse, still glancing around outside, you notice that in the closest alleyway, there seems to be a number of different people. Now, these people look a bit out of place, considering the fact that they're dressed in all black, carrying very high-end weaponry. On top of that, they seem to be standing over a couple dead bodies.
And did my agent pick up the facial scan of one of those people from my goggles? To be Rowan?
You can't see any of their faces. They are covered in masks.
Okay. I just send a quick text to the boys saying we have company. How many was it? Did I get a count?
You saw roughly 3, but because the alleyway is so narrow, there could be a number more behind them that you simply can't see due to the crowding of the alley.
So the text says company, all black, 3 and some change.
Just gonna shoot a message back. Do we want to pull the moonwalking bear? Oh shit! I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
I text back. Don't worry, boys. Just winging it right now.
Heads on a swivel.
All
As
right.
you guys are all within the warehouse now, you notice that there are not any other people in here besides you 3 and this one man who is leading you. As it seems that whatever is being unloaded currently is not boost, as that is what this warehouse seems to be specifically for. And he leads you towards like a small back office, which seems to be the place where deals are done.
Can we see any boxes marked hazardous whatnots?
Nice.
No. Within this place, there are not. It's the boxes that line this area are different from the actual crates, which are being unloaded outside. As it seems that these boxes are the contents of whatever crates are usually unloaded. Although, like I said, none of these seem to be freshly placed within this warehouse.
Yeah.
Walk up to the man and be like, oh, "Nope, go ahead."
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say for the 5 little Monopoly houses, like an emoji come through on the text, and the second one is X'd off. That's all.
Gotcha. I'm gonna tap the gentleman we've talked to on the shoulder and just be like, "Friend, I didn't want to say anything outside to avoid being heard by the gentleman, but it appears you have a group of very well-armed folks out there in the alleyway that just killed a couple of your guards. You might want to do something about that."
Yeah, as you say this in your kind of like sarcastic almost tone, he like grits his teeth and he says, "Is this supposed to be a threat?"
No, I'm actually trying to be helpful. We saw like 3 or 4 people in the alleyway out there, and they appear to have killed some of your guards. I just
I
didn't want to get shot by them.
I pipe up
You
and slide my agent over to him so he can see the picture, the vague picture of shadowy figures from my screenshot.
as you guys kind of show him this, he like a look of horror crosses his face, and you see him reach behind himself, uh, presumably pulling out a weapon. So I'd like you guys to roll initiative for me.
Oof.
Shit.
Moonwalking bear.
Yep.
No,
Oof.
a very competent person would have explained what his plan was ahead of time. However, that doesn't lead to entertaining roleplay moments, though, does it?
That's just a D10, right?
D10 plus.
Yes, it's just a D10 plus your reflexes.
Gotcha. Oh shit.
I was rolling well all night, and now I got a 9. As my
5
total
plus
roll.
5 reflex. Yeah.
Okay,
10
so we got
total.
a 9, a 10.
Give me 1 second. That's 14.
Ooh.
All right,
better.
perfect. So that means that you will be going first.
So this gentleman is pulling out a weapon.
Yes,
And
you
I'm just gonna
cannot
look at my
see what it is right now.
Right. And I'll roll human perception if I need to. Does he appear that he is going to attack us, or that he is just kind of like freaking out and arming himself?
Yeah, you don't need to roll human perception. He's attacking you.
Okay.
You can just tell by like his body language without even having to roll. Like he's aggressive. Like he looks like he's about to attack you.
Okay. That wasn't the plan, but we can just have a new plan. I am going to attempt to grapple this man.
Okay.
I have rolled a 14 to grapple this man.
Please refresh me on how grappling rules work because I've never used them before.
Yeah, no worries. He needs to make an opposed brawling check. If he, I believe I have to beat his check because he is the defender. So if he is equal to or greater than me, I don't succeed. However, if I beat him, I have him in a hold. I can move him around, I can choke him out, but yeah.
He rolled 13 for his brawling.
Beautiful. So I have him in a hold. He either has to spend his entire action to escape, or he can attack me when he's in there. He just has a -2.
Okay. Would you like to move or do anything else on your turn?
I think I will move him my movement, which is 5, to move him someplace where he won't be obvious to the door or any windows that we can potentially see, if that is possible.
So you drag him deeper into the office space, to the point where he is not visible from the windows facing towards where the boost is.
Correct. That sounds like a plan.
All right then. So it is now his turn, and he is going to attempt to stab you with the knife that he had pulled out while you grappled him. So he's going to try to like slash at your wrist that's holding him. He's going to roll with a -2 for a melee weapon attack.
I am also rolling at a -2, so.
Yes. So, dun dun dun. He is going to. If I could figure this out. Oh my god. Here we go.
There's a reason I have physical dice on the table next to me, just in case I need
Oh,
to
yeah,
go.
Yeah, this is like. I'm trying to like remember how melee weapon combat works.
He would roll his melee attack. So
okay,
D10
yeah, okay.
plus-
Attackers deck. Okay, yeah. So attackers attack versus versus your evasion. That's what I was trying to figure out. Okay, so yeah. So at a -2, he is going to roll a 10. Or no, sorry,
I rolled
a 13.
I rolled a 17 with the -2 is a 15. So I believe that means that I successfully dodged the little jabby jab heading towards me.
And now, because he is using a small knife, he has a rate of fire of 2, so he is going to roll once more to try to stab you. And this time, he is going to get a 15.
I rolled an 11, so he does do damage. However, I am wearing light armor jack, which has a stopping power of 11, so I am not sure it's even possible for him. Oh, what am I thinking? Melee weapons ignore half armor, so my stopping power is 6.
Yes. And he is going to roll damage. Well, he's going to have to roll max damage to deal damage to you. And he is going to roll max damage.
Oof.
That's what I thought.
So
That seems about right.
Well, if you have a stopping power of 6, he is still not going to actually damage you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
But so your armor is going to be abated by 1. And that will be your body armor. And then, so that will be the end of his turn.
Beautiful. Who's up next?
Mac, you are up.
Okay, so we, as far as I understand, have entered the warehouse, and there's an office directly ahead of us or to our left.
You guys are within the office space currently.
Okay. And he's pushed him farther in, and the attacker has attempted has attacked, and he's still grappling.
Yes. You, Mac, are roughly 12 feet away from him. Or I guess actually this system uses meters, so you are roughly 12 meters away from him.
Gotcha, so like almost across the room. Okay, and I have a shotgun. I'm going to, are there any tables or anything like that?
Within the office, yes, there is a table.
Something I could get
It's
into
covered in
cover?
papers and what seems to be opened drugs.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm assuming it's not like a desk where it hides the legs, right?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move towards that table, but have
Okay.
it basically in between me and Lookout and the enemy, and I want to push
Okay.
it over to like create cover basically and get behind.
All right. Give me an athletics roll. I think that's the turn.
Yep.
Right, that's a skill in Cyberpunk RED. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
bugging.
Athletics.
I played
And
D&D at heart, so.
I hear that.
I feel
I
you.
got a 10 and a 6 with +5 dex, +3 athletics, so 24.
Okay. Yeah, you successfully push over the table, and it is now providing you cover. Should you choose to duck behind it?
Cool. Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
Okay. And Alexander, what would you like to do?
So we told him that they're friends outside that aren't our friends, nor his friends, we assume. And he's freaking out.
Mhm.
So he's attacking Lookout. Okay. Now, as another GM, question. I've never been in a situation where two people have held one person. Is that a thing?
Yes. No.
Technically, no.
Okay.
You guys cannot both grapple him at the same time.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I will. Is the office door open behind us when we came in, or did it like close?
Yeah, no, it's still open.
I'm gonna walk over and close and lock that door.
Okay. Yeah, you do so.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. You have that takes about like 1 of your movement. So however much movement you have left after that,
Okay.
you can use.
And he doesn't have a gun.
Not that you can see,
Not that I can
but
see.
he has pulled out a knife.
All right. And did that take my action to close the door?
I won't say so. There are also you should note there are guns in this room. He's just not holding one of them.
Oh, cool. Is there a pistol?
There is. It
Oh.
got knocked to the floor when the table got flipped over. It got knocked to the floor.
Awesome. I'm gonna go grab that pistol. I'll use my
Okay.
action to pick up his pistol or the other pistol in the room.
Yeah, that's good. It's one of those cheap like little not one shots, but it's in good condition.
Cool. That is mine now.
Okay. For the sake of technical reasons, it is a heavy pistol, or not heavy.
Okay.
It is a heavy pistol. That is
Okay.
correct.
Solid choice.
And Lookout, it is your turn again. But before you act, as this is kind of going on, as this man is like taken a hold of, tries to stab Lookout, the table is flipped, and Alexander grabs his gun. You begin to hear gunfire rattling outside. The sound of automatic rifles being discharged rapidly, and screams of pain as presumably those hit fall to the ground. It seems the fighting outside has begun.
Jesus.
Perfect. Now we can make noise.
Now I told you, man, we were just trying to help you out and let your security actually not get caught flat-footed. Now, if you just tap out right now, I will let you go, and you could maybe live through this. I am performing the choke action, doing my body score directly to his hit points, and which my body is 5. And if I can do that 2 more times, he goes unconscious for a full minute.
Okay, yes, he takes that, and as you kind of do this, he he tries to respond to what you just said, but he can't because you're choking him. So he just tries to stab you again.
Just tap
2 more
out, man!
times.
Just tap out!
So he's gonna go. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be 26
Jesus.
and a
Oh my god.
what would this be? And 24 and a 14.
So I imploded for a grand total of 2. Oh,
Oh
sorry, it's a
no.
-2. So I got a 0 on that first one. Thank God crits aren't based upon
Yeah.
how you
Jeez.
rolled. And let me roll the second one. Second one's a 19. I can't remember what you said for the second. 17.
Yeah.
It's -2.
So you successfully dodged the second one, but the first one is going to boom, and it's going to be another 6. So
Wow.
your
This
armor
guy.
is now at a
This guy.
5, so you will take 1 damage, and your armor will be ablated by 1 once again.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
This guy, right?
Uh,
Jeez.
It is now Mac's turn.
All right, so I'm going to pull out my Chrome Beretta and aim it over the table at the assailant, and I'm gonna yell at Lookout, just turn him around, and aim at his chest.
All right, so you're not making an aim shot. You're just going to shoot him regularly. Okay.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't.
So.
I don't want to shoot yet because you're not.
Oh,
Right
okay.
now,
Okay.
I think right now it's Lookout.
I don't
I'm
think I used my
facing.
move action at all. If you're
Oh no.
okay with it,
The body is facing towards you, Mac.
Oh. Well then, yeah, I'll just shoot at him. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a rate of fire of 2, and at this distance, your DC to hit will be a 13.
Okay. So I need to roll for. It says 2d6. So is that just 2d6 rolls?
Well, you have to roll to hit first, so that'll be a 1d10 plus your handgun skill.
Got it. 2 plus 5 reflexes and 4 handguns, so 11.
Okay, that will miss. So your shot strays wide and hits the wall next to Lookout,
Damn it.
damn it, man!
and you'll have another shot to try to hit.
Okay. Hold him still, and I just go to fire again.
Okay.
Yep. This time it's a 12.
Oof.
Okay. That also narrowly misses, and will ping against the wall directly under where his arm is.
I gotta hit the range sometime.
You gotta hit the range sometime, man!
Don't worry, it
And
won't go through.
Alex, it is your turn. Yeah, with that little cheap pistol, any shot is not penetrating his body. Don't worry.
Well, the heavy pistol that I just picked up, does this feel like it has ammo in it?
Yeah, it does. It seems to have a loaded mag.
Awesome. I just pointed at old dude since he's like right next to me now, because I'm in between the table and him. Uh,
Mhm.
and why not? Why not? I'm gonna. I want to aim shot for. See, homie's choking him, so I don't want to aim shot for the head. Um, but just I want to get up right up in there. I just sort of want to just get up right at like
Okay.
just up in there, touch the barrel to his body and pull the trigger. But I know that counts as an aim shot. Um, oh, there's
I
no
mean,
way.
I'm gonna rule it. If you can touch the gun to wherever you're shooting, you're not gonna miss.
Yeah, point blank.
Okay, cool. I rolled a 10 though. Um,
Okay.
uh,
Yeah, this guy's
I've been
cooked.
rolling ones and tens apparently this evening. Um, so yeah, that was like, and it was like a total freaking 30 something. Um, do I hit him?
You hit him all right. What are
Sick.
the rules for crits in this game again?
I have to roll 2d6 on damage
Uh,
die. Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You have to roll 2 6s on damage. If you roll 3, there is another supplement that does really crazy crits on top of
Really?
it called Night City Tarot. Yeah. Oh my god. It's free on the Artel Storian thing. Read some of these things. They are ridiculous.
I do. I have a lot of them. I have to check that one out too. Sick.
Okay. So, yes. Go ahead and roll damage for that one.
Heavy pistol.
Because where were you trying to make an aim shot at?
Um,
Which part of the body?
I wanted to put the gun like right up because Lookout's choking him. I didn't want to aim for the head and accidentally also shoot Lookout. So I put the
Uh-huh.
barrel of the heavy pistol inside of his armpit and just pulled the trigger.
Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah, I don't want to make
a
too much noise. I mean, it's a gun; it's gonna make noise. But if we can make it out of here quiet and they be the
I
distraction,
mean
I'm happy.
there's a lot of gunfire going on around you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry too much about that. Yeah. So I'm just gonna this will just be a double damage crit. Or not double damage crit, a double damage for the aim shot.
Okay. Um, that will be 3 and 3, 6, 5, 11. 11 points damage.
Okay. Wait. What's the calculation being used here?
Uh, sorry, I can't count. No, yeah, no, that's correct. 5. I rolled 2 3s and a 5. That's 11,
So it'd
right?
be 11.
Yeah.
Minus it, whatever his armor is, and then since you're rolling it does double, then whatever got through got doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's not wearing armor, so
Yeah, I figured.
I figured, but I didn't want to make that
Yeah,
assumption. He also
yeah,
could have a skin weave for all we know.
that's true.
that's all gonna go directly through, and you're using a heavy pistol, which has a rate of fire of 2, so feel
I
free
made the
to
aim
pull the
shot.
trigger again.
Well, if it's not an aim shot, I'll shoot again. But if it did count as an aim shot, I no more shoot.
Mhm. Because he's grappled and your point blank range, I'm just gonna rule that you get like the benefits of doing
Okay,
an aim shot without actually having to like aim it
that
because
tracks.
you're touching him with the barrel.
Hey, I'm
So
happy with
for
that.
cases where an opponent is grappled and you're at point blank range, I will rule, and this ruling will be upheld in the future,
Mhm.
that you will gain the benefits of an aim shot without doing so. So you can shoot again.
Okay. Same place. I'm just popping 2. 5.
You hit.
Oh, I rolled damage. I didn't roll the hit. My bad. The roll to hit just let 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 6, 23.
Yeah, yeah. You hit.
Sorry, 24. And that did 5 damage.
Okay. Yeah, so as you pull the trigger under his armpit once again, this bullet just kind of goes up through his body and comes out his chest, following the path of the other one. And look out, he falls limp into his arm. He's into your arms. He's bleeding all over you. He's dead.
Well, that was easy. But
You gotta hit the range, man.
Or, touch a gun to a body.
yeah. I mean, nice luck with that heavy pistol, man. I mean, thought you were a NetRunner.
I mean, I am, but I used to shoot on the ship. I stretch a little bit, wipe the gun.
Yeah.
What's he got on him?
As you guys are kind of talking, you hear the amount of guns going off outside ramp up, as it seems that the gang who was taking fire has started to return it in full force.
Yeah, we're in the middle of fucking
gang
war.
Potential new plan. There's a whole lot of drugs and shit that we can sell around us. I got my backpack. Y'all can carry things. Boost is about 50 eds a thing. I don't know how many that is for 9,000, but I think if we just grab this stuff and blame it on the, we'll be the trench coat, they be the mohawk, whatever, visual aid that you used. Let's just grab a bunch of stuff and call this FUBAR.
I think we're way in over our heads. That sounds like a decent enough plan for me too. I got my carry bag as well. Yeah. Shit, it's better than nothing. What are we, drug peddlers now? We're gonna have to find a way to unload this.
Oh, I got a connection.
Yeah, I can stuff some stuff in the carry-all. I mean, we should at least look, and I know, but we should at least look to see where this package is, because this is the perfect distraction.
I agree. While we're in this warehouse, we should look around. But
well,
it's not
I
here.
got them specialized, so.
What's on the guy? Check this guy's pockets. Maybe he's got something we can use.
Maybe. I will quickly search through this gentleman's carcass.
Yeah. As you guys kind of pat him down, he doesn't really have anything on him. I mean, he's got some loose eddies, about $150 in cash, which is pretty rare nowadays. Not too many people carry cash around him. Yeah, I mean, he's just got the cash, and I mean, he's got a little bit of black lace in his pocket too. About 1 dose worth, but that's about it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, the drugs that were on the table, were they open or were they in bags?
They were opened. There was a bag of opened what looks like synth coke.
So it's all
and then the boost is consumed via a vial, so it's not like powder or anything like that, or
Gotcha.
It's stored in the liquid form. So that's what's contained within the boxes throughout the warehouse.
I'll start grabbing a few of those, and I think we can settle it up offline how much I get, but I will fill the backpack with this stuff and keep an eye out for anything marked hazardous materials or anything interesting as I'm going along.
Yeah,
I know this isn't what we came here for, but I don't think we're gonna
No, I would do the same. I would follow suit.
So
I'm friends with a fixer.
Each of you guys fills your bag. Each of you guys fills your bag with enough boost to fuel the entirety of the university district, and but you do not see anything labeled as hazardous material. But you do note that the hazardous material when the father mentioned that, he noted that it would be stamped upon one of the crates, not one of these boxes.
But it is a golden box.
Well,
All right.
the thing on the inside, the package on the inside itself is.
And the box, the crate
the crate is just a crate that says yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, there's still a shootout going on outside.
Is there a back door? Can we just go around the back of the warehouse?
There is a back door, yes.
Cool. I'll head that way.
Okay.
How?
Yeah, as you guys... What do you want to ask?
I was just gonna ask the team. I say, how stealth are you boys feeling today?
Oh, I definitely don't want to get in a shootout, so I'll try my best. Can't remember what my stuff is. Let me see.
And do you want me to check the other warehouses?
Oh shit.
I mean, if
we
they all
would.
got back doors.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say if we can
that's what I was
access
thinking. If
the
they're
back.
lined up and we go out the back and they're fighting out front, we can just walk to the next back door, look inside, see if we see the hazardous materials, and then it's just we have to tiptoe like 4
Damn.
times.
No, I'm fine with that. Hey, heck, Externity, if they got like a shipping manifest saved on a computer somewhere, you could just look at that and see if there's like some important information there that tells us where it is.
Exactly. Matter of fact, I did want to ask that question. Oh, but it was answered. There was nothing on the table but drugs. It wasn't a desk.
There is no
Yeah,
computer on this table.
I had that thought
So
too.
as
Thank
you
you.
guys kind of crack the back door, you glance out. And so to give you a sense of direction, this back door faces in the direction of where the parking lot is.
Okay.
So basically the way this is lined out is imagine a like a semicircle, and then the flat part of the semicircle, which is not like, circular, is where the slammer is. And then so the warehouses are lined up around the curved part of said semicircle, and the middle of the semicircle is where the port is, where the ship is docked. So you guys are glancing out towards where the parking lot is, and then to your left is warehouse, what you would presume warehouse number 1. And then to your right is the big port ship. Now, the one thing that you can see as you kind of glance in both directions is that hanging down towards the water on board the ship, there is a ladder which reaches down to surface of the water.
Y'all thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah. Our back
Heck
should
yeah, let's do it.
Sick.
So
I'm on a boat.
As we walk, as we like, I presumably head that direction, right? Is that what we're doing?
I'm
Okay.
assuming we're about to jump into the lake, into the port, Black Waters.
Oh no, shoot! I was saying we go on the boat, steal it.
Well, there's
Yeah,
that
there's a
ladder
ladder
there. I mean,
heading down to that boat. I want to
to the
check for
water.
Oh,
access
that's
points
what I
though.
thought. The water goes to the boat.
What do you want to check?
Or as we're moving towards that direction, I'm trying to check for as many access points as humanly possible, before I'm out
Okay.
of range
Yeah.
of the possible completion of our job.
As you scan the outside of the building, kind of heading towards where the water meets the concrete, you're unable to find really any access points. And as you arrive at the water's edge, you can see people pouring off the boat, heading in the direction of where the gunfire is with their own weapons drawn, presumably going to join the fight against these executive solos.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the boat that we're heading to.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
boat.
Oh, we
this
about to
is
steal
the
this
boat.
bitch.
Yeah, I know enough about piloting sea vehicles. We can hop onto it. I smash it into something in Pacifica, and while I'm driving it, you two just go down there, grab the thing, and we just book it
Yeah, we
when we're
dumped
off
her.
there. I mean, I'll have to get my car, but we call Larry and have him just pick up the pack. We go. And
Yeah.
as far
How
as
do we
anybody's
know
concerned, we
the
ran.
package hasn't been taken off the boat yet? I think it's being delivered to those execs, right? With Garvin Hackinson, isn't that who's
So
receiving
the
the package?
people running off the boat right now are gang members. They're not the execs. The executive solos do not seem to have reached where the boat is yet. But they seem to be making their way in that direction based on the sound of
And we
gunfire.
might get lucky. It could still be on the boat. And if not, some other shit's on the boat that we can probably sell as
Yeah,
well before
we
we
should
go
at
You
least
to
feel
get
it.
on
like
this boat.
gambling money? Do you feel like gambling that
Yeah.
there's some very nice payday on this boat? Because we can run away. We got a lot of drugs.
Oh, quick
Yeah,
We got a
perception
lot of
no.
drugs.
before we get on this boat and proceed to stealing. Were there any cameras in the warehouse? Or not in the warehouse, but on the
There were
sides of the
not.
warehouse? Okay, cool. I'm trying to also cover our tracks. If there were cameras, then
No, yeah. There are no, as far as you've seen, in all of the areas surrounding the slammer, including the parking lot, there have been no cameras in sight.
okay. Damn, we should have threw
Yeah,
that
let's
dude
hit
in
this
the
boat.
water, but he's fine. We'll just say he got shot. Let's assume it was a
He
Yeah,
did
he
get
was.
shot.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So,
Oh. What's the
uh,
plan?
I'm thinking we should head to the ladder, right?
Mhm.
Or we could just try and blend in with this crowd heading down the boat, but more than likely there's still people on the boat. So I think, yeah, ladder.
No, for sure.
And we
Take
would
a
have
ladder
Same
down
to,
to the
ladder.
boat. Yeah.
yeah, swim to the ladder, right?
Yes, you would have to swim toward the ladder.
All right. Yeah, I'd seal up my carry-all bag
Same.
pretty tight and
Same.
kind of like jog over to the edge of the water.
All right. Yeah, you guys are at the edge. The waters do not seem particularly choppy or like they are going to require too much effort to swim through. Although I would like you guys to make a stealth check.
That I
Gotcha.
can do.
Now, is that one of my skills? I don't think. Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yes.
Yep.
We can
under your
also spend
body.
luck. I already
Yeah.
rolled, so I can't spend luck, but you can spend luck to just get a straight +1 to a roll. We are probably nearing the end here.
Yeah,
Like
true.
this is
Yeah.
For
the
the day.
it
Yeah,
refreshes every session. Now is the time to spend your luck. I
that's smart.
forgot
I
to.
rolled
I
rolled
rolled a
an
12. So.
I rolled an 18.
An
Yeah.
18? All right.
I
You are
will
successfully hidden.
also do my stealth, actually. And it is 14.
Okay. And what did you get?
12.
Okay. Due to all the commotion going on around you, no one seems to notice as you approach the water's edge.
All right. I head in, I guess. It's like treading. We're treading in until it gets deeper, right? Basically.
I mean, it's already past the point where you can stand by the time you get into the water.
Okay. Well, yeah, I hop in basically and start swimming towards the ladder.
Okay.
Above
Same.
The
water.
water is honestly not too bad. I mean, it's blazing hot summer, so even at the nighttime, the water still retains a lot of its temperature from during the day and is actually almost as warm as the air around you.
Nice.
And so you guys are able to quietly swim down to where the ladder is located.
Feels
I
like
try and keep
back
as
when I
much
was a
of it
teen.
out of my mouth as possible.
Valid.
What did you
I
What did you
try
say,
and keep as
Mac?
much of it out as my mouth as possible, just thinking about Night City waters.
It's valid.
You about to turn into a mutated human from being in
Yeah,
here.
for real.
Meanwhile, I'm
Alright.
swimming. I got the little red mohawk popping out of the water, like I'm some sort of
Like a
mutated
shark.
neon shark.
Yeah,
Would you guys
so
like to climb the ladder?
yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes,
All
please.
right, who would like to go first?
I think Lookout should go first. Lookout.
I agree.
I'll go second.
Okay. So
All right.
Lookout, you climb the ladder, and as you reach to the top, you kind of peer over onto the deck of the ship. Now, this is a multi-story ship. It's a Trans-Pacific cargo ship. It's absolutely massive. From what you can see, most of the front end of the ship has already been unloaded of their crates. And so the crate maze only extends about halfway through. Now, the place where this ladder is located is within the part of the ship that still contains crates, so you will not be visible to those who are not on the ship as you board. However, it is impossible to tell where the people who are still currently on the ship are, but you definitely know that there are people still on the ship due to the sound of footsteps ringing across metal. You also notice that at the very top of the ship on the second floor where the controls would be located, there seems to be a fair amount of activity and the lights are still on.
All right. And I think I'm going to go into stealth mode. My little mohawk stops glowing. The eyes just pop off, go all dark. And I'll move so that my other people can get out of here and explain. I think there's still a bunch of people in the control room, but maybe we can scout around real quick and find this hazardous material crate. Or, we got the thing. We got the drugs. We can get out of here. No need to be greedy. But I say we do a quick look around and then we be done with it.
Yeah,
Sounds
I'm
fair.
down. I'm down to look
Take over the
around.
whole ship.
I'm feeling pretty light on my feet today.
All right. Would you guys like to move as a group or split up?
Good question.
I'm going against every better judgment. I'll look at the team. I'm like, let me scout ahead.
Now, you do
Right?
still have that heavy pistol, which you were lucky with before. How lucky you feeling now?
I'm feeling all right, and I
Then-
have my combat knife. This is like my home, and I sort of tap the ship. I'm used to places like this.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. I'll keep an eye out
Also,
behind you.
DM note, make sure you check your ammo.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I've
Yep.
shot these things. I asked if I had a clip. I shot twice. I have 6 rounds left, plus the medium pistol that was
Correct.
uh whatchamacallit, fixed
Vaguely
earlier.
slapped to be
Yeah.
functional again.
Yes. So are you two going to wait by the ladder while he just looks for the crate on his own?
I'll go with him.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
enticed about the command center at up top. I'm gonna try and make my way to some stairs.
Okay. So I'm
I
going
think
to
before we
need.
split, I'd say like, hey,
Mhm.
5 minutes, and then we'll
Yeah,
come back to where we were.
100%.
Sounds good.
That's fine. Yeah.
100%. Do you want us to roll another stealth? Or
Dun, dun,
keep?
dun. I was going to say, please, one person from each group, so either you or Lookout, and then Mac. If each of you could make a deduction check,
Deduction.
try to find your way around the ship.
Deduction. Can I use your home?
Oh, actually, I will allow you to use your home. You could also use tracking if you would prefer.
Okay.
I'm
Set
gonna
an
use
op for
deduction.
tracking. And I'm gonna add 3 luck to this particular roll.
Okay.
My deduction gave me a 14 total.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
use
right.
your home. That is a 6 plus 7. Oh, plus 10. 6 plus 9. So 15.
Okay. And then what did you get, Lookout?
I got a lovely 21.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. All right. So as you guys split in different directions, I'll do Mac, I'll do you first.
Okay.
So as you kind of wind your way through the crate maze, dodging the sounds of footsteps as they occasionally pass by you, you're able to make your way closer and closer to the part of the ship which houses the command tower, and you find yourself at the base of the stairs that lead up to it. However, at the top of the stairs, because they're like the stairs where they have gaps in between them. They're not like a solid staircase. So from underneath, you can see that there is someone standing at the top of the stairs with a rifle drawn.
Hmm. Okay. I'm facing the stairs though, right?
You're underneath them.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Uh. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna do something.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
already love it.
pull out my rifle in my hand and sort of pump myself up. And my plan is to run up the stairs and confront this guy. I want to talk to him, not attack him.
But
All right.
yeah,
So you want to approach him like in a non-threatening way.
right. But yeah, exactly. But I have my rifle in my hand. I want to know, can my movements get me all the way up the stairs like in one go?
Yeah, because you're not in initiative, you don't have to worry about your
Oh,
actual
cool, cool.
movement stat.
So yeah, I run up the stairs and I'm like, "Hey man, those fucking execs are trying to take over the slammer. Have you heard? You know, like I'm gonna have to roll for this acting, I'm sure. But I want to kind of
Go ahead and roll conversation.
conversation.
That tracks.
Oh God. Okay, so
You also have your luck.
I got a 5. Can I use my luck?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how to roll for luck. I have 5 for
So
luck.
you just add it. So you have 5
Yeah,
out
you
of
just
5
add
luck,
it.
and then when
Oh,
you
so
use it,
10.
you deduct from that total.
10 then. So 5 for the conversation, and then my luck is
Okay.
5, so 10.
And then you have a 10 in conversation, correct?
Yeah, my conversation. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's a total of 20. And he says, he turns to you and he kind of gives you a nod. And he says, yes, we know, but I've been stationed here to guard the ship.
No, man, it's all hands on deck. I mean, that's what I came up here to tell you guys.
I've received my specific order. I cannot move from my post, and neither will my comrades.
Okay,
Looks like
well,
we did the right thing looking for the box.
is the well, are the most valuable is the most valuable cargo secured?
It should be, yes. I do not believe that anything particularly valuable has been unloaded. It seems that our Militech weapons are still stored safely underneath here.
In the hull of the ship, right?
These closer cargo containers contain the highly important Militech weapons. That is why we cannot abandon our post here.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go tell the boss. You stay sharp. And I just like cock my gun and run back downstairs.
All right. He gives you a nod, and you run off. All
I
right.
guess
So
yeah.
now I will go to, while that is happening, Lookout and Alexander. As you guys make your way through the crates, Lookout, you are particularly keen on sniffing out the potential tracks. You notice that the crates seem to be arranged in a particular order. The closer crates containing drugs, but the drug section giving way to what seems to be miscellaneous crates. And so you decide to take a closer look at that section. As you are examining this middle section, you guys come across a bright yellow crate, which is a distinctly different color from any other crate you've seen.
Beautiful.
But as you approach it
Love it.
closer, from around the back of the crate, a man comes striding towards you with an SMG drawn, pointing it at your face. Says, "What are you doing here?"
How far away is this guy from me?
I'd say roughly about 14 meters.
Give me a second to check the range table here real quick.
Right. Yeah, I need to check it too. Ugh,
Give me a second to find it because I'm a disorganized mess on my desktop.
it'd be like that.
It is page.
Oh, I took a snip and like put it on my desktop so that I
Oh,
just
okay.
had a couple things in front of it.
Yeah, I just have I just use I have like a PDF that I just use to find everything.
No, I usually do as well.
What are you checking the range of?
My assault rifle, so I would need to beat a
Okay.
DV of 15 to
15.
hit him.
Yes. You are also not yet in initiative.
Correct. DV of 15. I could spend 5 luck, which would give me a -3.
Do I see this dude too, or have I come around the corner yet? Do I still have time to stealth?
You see him as well. You see him
Okay,
as
okay.
well. You're both in view of him.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna look at my friend Externity. I'm like, do you feel lucky?
Well, shit, bro. Why not?
All right then. I'm gonna pull out the assault rifle, go for an aimed headshot, and I'm going to spend my last 5 bits of luck. So it's only a -3 penalty instead of a -8. Just because
Alright.
it's easier for me to do the math that way.
Roll initiative.
Heck yeah.
Alright.
Okay, cool. 10.
12.
Nice.
Hoping I get this first shot off at least.
Alright, so
Yeah.
the order is going to go NPC Lookout Alexander. He
Dang.
got a 16. Alright, so as you kind of raise your gun in a threatening manner, he kind of pushes his SMG to the side a bit so it's not pointing at you anymore and says, "Lower your weapon, I don't want to fight."
I'll lower my weapon. I don't want to fight either.
Alright, he addresses you and he says, "What is your purpose here?"
Oh, shit.
We just got to pick up a particular box is all.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, any way I could help you find it?
Heck yeah, man. It's got a
What is
hazardous symbol on the outside of it.
He like turns toward you with like a strange look and taps his gun against the side of the crate, which you now see says hazardous material on it. It says, well, it looks like you found it then. I assume you don't want to be noticed by this gang about as much as I do, so I think it's best if we kept this little encounter a secret, don't you?
Heck man, I don't even know what encounter you're talking about.
While we're
He
talking,
gives you a nod.
while they're talking, I take oh, wait. That's not something I can do. Never mind. I wanted to take a picture, but I don't have. It's not something I can do with the goggles.
You're
He
not on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, he gives you a nod of his head. He says, "Name's Merrick. I'll see you around then." And he sweeps off with his briefcase in one hand and his SMG in the other, heading towards the bow of the ship.
All right, let's get this box and let's get off this boat. Hope it floats.
All right.
Let's do it. I text money ladder.
Yeah, as you guys head towards the hazardous material crate and open it, there's no lock on the front. You see that inside the crate there's nothing but a ornate wooden box with gilded gold finishing materials surrounding it, sitting on the middle of the floor. The lock that seems to be what keeps it held together is very, very complex. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before, and is only something that seems to be able to be tackled by the highest echelon of thieves. But however, this box is relatively small and can be carried in one hand.
Hell yeah.
All right. I'm just fully grabbing it and being like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's go. We got real lucky. I told you I was feeling lucky.
Hey, let's go. We're like hopping around here trying to get...
I make my way to the ladder.
As you guys head back towards the ladder, you don't encounter any trouble, and you meet up with Mac. And yeah, would you like to head down?
Guys, I figured out where the case is. It's gonna be on the
We
top
got
of
it, bud. We got it.
What?
Hold up the box.
Oh shit! I almost got myself killed. That's the last time we split up.
Right? Never split the party.
True. Yeah, back down that ladder.
All right.
How
Before
are
we
we gonna
go,
swim
guys,
with this box? Who's the best swimmer?
it's a small box. It doesn't look like it should hamper your ability to swim.
I would say put it in a carry-all. At least.
No, we got too many drugs for that.
Oh, that's true.
You guys forgot all the drugs you're also smuggling?
Yeah, we have a shit ton of drugs.
Yep. Man, it was real good that I put that random like, oh hey, this will be an interesting thing to like just throw in the backstory, a drug connection.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that works. It'll
Yes,
make
I
up for
think
us
we're
not
gonna
killing
get
justice.
out of here. Agreed.
I think you guys will get a lot more than 3,000 eddies by selling those drugs.
Oh, for sure.
Do you guys head back down the ladder?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
please.
yeah.
I think
All
we're
right,
in full
yeah.
retreat right now, trying to get back to the
Yeah.
Grundy.
Are we swimming to the
All right,
boat?
you
Or to
guys.
the-
Swimming back to the shore, and I guess we got to make our way back out.
Yeah, I mean, you guys make it to the shore without incident, and it seems like the firefight is still in swing. And you can see that the pathway to where the where the parking lot is seems to be unguarded now.
Oh, sweet.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get going.
100%.
Yeah. Start running towards the alleyway.
As you guys make a mad dash up the stairs and out towards the alleyway, leaving behind the sounds of gunfire, you're able to make it past the apartment and towards the beginning of the parking lot. As you look out over the parking lot, you notice that many of the cars which previously occupied it have now vacated themselves, as it seems that this firefight was not good for the Slammers' business tonight.
No.
You also, as you turn back to catch one final glimpse of the fight going down at the docks, you see as the large bouncer from before begins to savagely attack the solo mercenaries hired on by this rival fixer, tearing them limb from limb.
Yep.
Now that's how you pull the moonwalking bear right there.
100%.
That would have been us if we tried them.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. That would have been us. 100%.
I gotta remember that.
100%.
I'm like literally running towards the truck now, screaming like, "I can't believe it was that easy."
You guys make it to the Grundy safely and are able to be on your way out of it. Where is your intended destination on this Grundy?
Ooh.
I think we should maybe head to New Westbrook because I don't want to necessarily go straight to my place.
Smart.
So I think, and I'm gonna make a plan because I'm kind of the transport guy. I think the plan is to go to New Westbrook, find some place near 828 that we can park and be reasonably safe. Hell, even pay for parking if we need to. I stole 150 from that guy. And then call our AI friend Larry and just get the box in and go deliver it to Father, because theoretically that'll give enough time that if anybody's tailing us, they're going to start tailing Larry. Larry and the Father can take care of them. And if no one's tailing us, that'll give enough of a little time gap that we can kind of then go to our respective homes.
Yeah.
Sounds like
All
a
right.
plan.
On your way to New Westbrook, would you like to drive through the city center itself, or would you like to get out into the suburbs and then circle around the suburbs to New Westbrook?
Best to circle around. Get lost in the suburbs, you think?
I'm actually thinking maybe the city center. It's a more direct route, and the Grundy actually has an armored chassis in addition to the combat plow, so it has armor effectively of 13. So we can drive through the combat zone knowing that we're pretty safe. And on the plus side, if they start screeching after us, all these, like, basically they're going to get a bunch of attention in the combat zone. So yeah, like I'm feeling we're basically in a tank.
Well,
So we might
that's
as
what
well
you got
take
the truck
advantage
for.
of it. Yeah, that's what we got the truck for.
All right.
All right. So yeah, as you guys pull the Grundy out through and back towards the city center. You pass by much of the same terrain that you had witnessed earlier. Although a lot of the areas close to the slammer seem to have quieted down. As you get further into the city itself, it's in full swing. No firefight is going to stop people from their revelries, especially if it's not directly on their doorstep. The combat zone's as hot as ever, with booster gangs committing all sorts of crimes directly in eye of you. But like I said before, the Grundy is simply too intimidating a target for any mere gangsters to wish to target. You guys make it safely through the combat zone out to New Westbrook. Around... Yeah, you guys make it around the where the Network 54 offices are, in that general area of New Westbrook. You're pretty deep outside the city center at this point, and it seems that no one has even attempted to follow you. No suspicion was drawn, it seems, with your hasty exit.
Beautiful.
Rank up the tunes, man. I think we're out of here.
Yeah.
Crank
Call
up the
Larry to
tunes, head to
intercept.
New Westbrook. Call Larry to intercept.
All right, you guys called the car, whose name is totally not Larry.
This is how bits get started, man. I just have to say something confidently enough, and it happens.
Yeah.
You come to pick up. Who comes to pick you up outside, in New Westbrook, and yeah. So you guys get out of the Grundy, I presume, and would you like to enter into the car?
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay. As you guys enter, the metallic voice once again rings out, saying, "I'm very pleased to see you all alive again. It seems there was much commotion at the docks, but it looks like you all escaped unscathed. Although I would appreciate next time if you dried off a little before arriving in my interior, as I do not appreciate the scent of water which will be left behind. Thank you."
Sorry about that, Larry.
That is my bad, and I was thinking about that on the car on the ride over. But if it's that bad, we can just put the item in here, the various items in here, and you can deliver them that way.
No, I apologize, but that is not how this shall work. You will accompany the item back to the Father's chapel.
Yeah, no problem with
Alright.
me. I pull open that drawer with the champagne again.
It seems to have been restocked as you were, since last time.
Larry, you don't disappoint. And I pop the bottle again, this time more tactfully. And I'm able to get a full glass for each of us.
All right, yeah. You guys begin zipping on towards the old church, and the drive passes by with no incident. You make your way out to the abandoned, destitute building, and you hear the same soft music still playing down from the balcony. It honestly seems like the father might not have even moved since the last time you saw him.
That's weird.
As you guys head up into the top of the church, back towards the balcony, the father greets you all with a wave and motions for you to sit once more.
I will see it.
I didn't last time, but I will this time.
Turn.
Yeah, I sit.
He says, "Thank you for retrieving this package. Now, could you please present it to me?"
Certainly. Take it out and pop it on the thing. Just for the sake of argument, we'll say that we left the drugs in the Grundy so that we can put this in the carry-all.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You plop the you pop the box in front of him, and he turns to you saying, "And what of the second part of this mission? Were you able to take the head of justice?"
Unfortunately,
absolutely not.
Seems like
that is
the our competition was taking their crack at it.
Oh, well, that's good. Perhaps I should extend the payment to them instead. But either way, if he sees himself through this night still breathing, that will be an ongoing offer. Think of it as a bounty of sorts. Now, back to the matter at hand. He reaches into his robe that he is now wearing. It seems he has stood up since last time because he has deigned to put on a bit more clothing, and pulls out 3 wrapped stacks of eddies, handing one to each of you.
Much appreciated.
Heck yeah, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey, Father, while we're here, you wouldn't happen to have any ties to the iron sights, would you?
The iron sights?
Yeah.
No, I don't meddle with such chromed individuals. I find them to be deeply untrustworthy.
I didn't think so. Just thought I'd ask.
Now, I have to ask, did you guys experience any trouble with the hanged men?
Well,
A little bit, but the only witness is no longer breathing, so it shouldn't be a problem.
In a locked room.
Eh, okay. So you killed one of them. Am I to understand this?
This is true.
Does
In our
anybody
defense,
know
we tried not to.
does anybody know that you were with this individual?
yeah, I
Mhm.
think so, actually.
I
And
think honestly, with the number of bullets that were flying around, it wouldn't be pinned to us directly. I think there were about 10 people storming the place, and he
Yeah.
was right next to where they entered. Yeah. We were seen coming in, but we didn't necessarily use our real names, so to speak.
Okay. Well, just in case, did you happen to catch the name of whoever might have seen you with this individual so I can
No.
have it handled?
I pull up my agent and I quickly text the other 2 guys, do we really want to give up Mira? She seems like a good contact.
Without looking.
So I'm not looking at my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so.
Well,
I'm
I see
assuming,
it.
yeah,
I see it on
I'm
my
like under the
goggles.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And replied up to you. I just do it nonchalantly, just in the air typing. Up to you.
This guy probably is gonna find out one way or another. That's what I'm thinking to myself. Yeah, there was someone else. I don't know if they're even still alive, but um, she handed us off, but I don't think she would have tied us 2 together.
Did you get a name?
Mira, I think.
Mira. Ah, that does ring a bell. I'll see if I can have it handled. Now then. Did any of you open the box?
Well, if
Heck
we're
no, we're professionals.
not at all, and if you're handling business, technically 2 people. I don't know
And
his.
who is this?
I don't know his name though. It was the backdoor guard. He's the only other eyes that had us on the back.
Backdoor guard. Oh yeah, true.
When he
Yeah,
nodded us through.
technically there was a man at the back door
If you're
who saw us walking together, but
yeah.
he didn't see Mirabelle hand us over to the other gentleman who we
Yeah.
murdered.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll see what I can do. So none of you opened this box.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Heck no.
We got it. We didn't look in it. It's not ours.
Well, you won't mind if I verify that for myself now, will you?
Of course not.
Ah,
right
go for
ahead.
it.
All right. He reaches over and grabs the box, flips it up. The lock seems to have been just for show. It does not actually lock the box as he flips it open towards himself and then turns it around slowly towards you, and you can see that there's nothing in it.
I don't know what to tell you,
Okay.
man. We got the box. We didn't open it.
Delivered your box.
Well, I am inclined to believe you. That begs the question then, who has the goods? that
Hey,
I
you
just
guys,
paid you for.
how'd you guys get the box?
Also, I know this isn't going to be the thing you want to hear, but point of order. We were technically hired to infiltrate the boat, get this box, which you specifically did not tell us the contents for, and then deliver it to you. Now, if we had known that it was supposed to be full of gold or something, we noticed it was kind of light, we would have definitely tried to look around for it. But you know, I think we could come to some partial payment or anything, but we did act in good faith.
We almost got killed for this.
It's not about the payment, okay? Those eddies I gave you are this pocket change. But I need this item. You understand?
Guys,
I understand
It's
it.
not for my personal gain. I am merely the middleman, and the person who wants this, I do not want their ire. So can you
thank
tell
guys.
me
Did
what
someone just
happened to the item in the box?
did someone hand this to you, or what? Was it just laying out there in the open?
I mean, we walked up and there was a couple of boxes, and we happened to notice one with a hazardous sign, and I'm gonna give my fellow crew member the look of it's kind of like out of character. It's a weird kind of honor thing. Like we
Mhm.
made an agreement
No,
that we
for
would
sure,
pretend we
for sure.
didn't
I
see each
haven't said a
other.
damn thing.
So
I'm just continually typing as if
yeah,
you're
I,
just
I think
talking.
maybe you guys are gonna notice the eye things go off because, which is kind of a sign that he's not being totally honest. Just only people who know me know that's one of my tells.
Jesus, guys, look, Father, you'll have to forgive me. We got separated in the middle of retrieving this box, so I don't know how they procured it. But something tells me we don't have the full story here.
Yeah, you can say that again. He lets out a long sigh before reaching into his pockets once more and pulling out some significantly larger sums of cash. Puts them down on the table, saying, "If you get me the contents of the box, this is all yours. I want you to think really hard about where they might be."
And then it's honest to answer you, I have no idea where they are. I mean, if you want to tell us what was in the box, I'm happy to, try to track it down for you, either as a group or solo. I mean, that's a lot of money. I'll do a lot of things for that amount of money, sir. But I can say truthfully and honestly, I have no idea what the contents of that box are, or where their current or previous whereabouts or future whereabouts may be.
Well then, it seems we have quite the dilemma. Consider this more how should I phrase this? Active task then.
Great.
Throughout your time in the city, I want you to keep your eye out for anything which might fit the description of what could be in this box. Any item that has the probability of fitting in such a container and that mysteriously appeared around the time of tonight. If you
I'll
can do
call up
that
my
for me
contacts.
and bring me that item, I will reward you handsomely for it. As you can see, my pockets are near endless, and the rewards are yours.
Well, Mr.
All
Father,
right.
sir, you've given us a hefty task, but we're resourceful people, so we'll spread our feelers out in the big old night city, see what we can find. I apologize for the inconvenience, but it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Well, this has been business, and we know those things don't always go smoothly, so I'm willing to forgive this time, but try not to fail me again.
Understood.
Of course.
He reaches out his hand for you to shake.
I stand up and shake it.
firmly, looking him in the eye.
He says, I'll be in contact soon. This may be the most important job I've given you, but let's just say I always have something for a good team of edge runners. While the
Say that
box's
again.
contents may be missing, you have proven yourself capable in the fact that you were able to retrieve it without getting harmed. I look forward to working with you again in the future. And please, keep your eyes and ears peeled. This is of the utmost importance.
Will do. Will do. I turn around and give both of my team members these looks of disappointment.
I just stand up
I'm
and
gonna
start following the
look
team
like
out.
I'm disappointed, but I'm just thinking about all the money I just made, and I'm going to make very soon.
Yeah, I nod at the father and follow the crew out if we're moving out.
Yeah, we are.
All right. You guys make your way back down to the car, who does not have a name. And you guys get in and begin heading back to where the Grundy's at.
All
Yep,
right.
totally doesn't have a
So-
name that we're gonna keep calling it.
Right, yeah.
No. Name what name?
Good
You
old
boys are gonna
Laird.
tell me something by the end of this ride.
Maybe on the ride home, not with the AI car.
Yeah,
That's
man.
true. It's true. It's true.
Yeah, we'll handle it. Why don't we?
You hear a metallic voice saying, I can hear you, even when you whisper.
I know you can
I
hear
kinda
us,
figured that.
Larry.
You like Santa?
Yeah.
I start counting my eddies. Well, I guess yeah. I start counting my
We
eddies.
don't want to
Pull out
talk
the
about
rest.
our escapades with the various accoutrements inside of the wonderful establishment that is the Slammer.
I just didn't want to get yelled at in front of the AI.
You guys, celebrating your victory, make your way back to the Grundy and pile into it, getting ready to head back to Alexander's apartment.
Heck yeah.
Job well done, I guess. Got more work cut out for us. Gives us something to do.
For sure.
I
Pockets
mean, I'm
a little
just gonna
fatter.
point out if that stuff hadn't been stolen by someone else, we wouldn't have had a second job and wouldn't be making that even more money. That kind of is a
100%.
little bit of
No,
providence
you're
for
right.
us.
You're right. I see what you guys are on now. That's fair. It wouldn't have done father any good telling him the information, whatever you all know. Because now
we're out
we
of
still got
shot.
paid.
We're out of shot of the car now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we say while we were being asked all of these questions, I was furiously typing and searching for a picture of the dude who looked like the dude we saw inside of the ship.
Didn't want to answer until you had an answer.
Yeah.
Smart. Okay.
Wait, what are you looking for?
So the dude that we saw inside of the ship, the one that we made a agreement with to say nothing, and we just sort of pass.
Yeah, Merrick.
Merrick. Yeah, I'm looking for like a picture on the Ziggurat data pool of this dude, of the dude who matches the same description.
What is Ziggurat? Can you remind me?
Oh, it's like Google. It's Google without the Google. They
Facebook.
It's
okay.
Facebook. Yeah, that's even better.
So how are you
Yeah, they're
going
the only
about
data pool in
How are
town.
you trying to go about finding
Oh,
this? now?
library search, just like I've been doing everything else. I know what he looks like.
Okay.
And I know that he like carries an SMG. I saw him, so I know what he looks like and how he dresses. So I'm just looking. I'm writing up a couple of scripts with that agent, and
How globalized is Ziggurat?
not. It's well,
Only
Ziggurat
local.
is globalized, but in each city, they have city nets.
Okay.
But we were outside of
Yeah.
the city at the time, right?
Yeah, but if he's
That
in
is
Night
actually a
City,
good point.
So how does the net work? Do we have to be plugged in to use it since it's 45?
so
It's complicated.
agents,
Very complicated. There
agents
is wireless.
are bought by or The company
right.
that produced most of the agents, the biggest one is Ziggurat, and Ziggurat also took over most of the city net construction for most of the smaller cities, especially Night City. So I can't like sit in my cargo container with a ton of wires and jack into the city net and then do city net shit because NetWatch is always there. But what city net is useful for is for advertisement, um, things like Facebook, news. The media's put posts on the city net, like Twitch, for example.
Right.
It's a local net for Night City. And the
Gotcha.
Ziggurat runs different, like in Detroit, I think. Is Detroit the one that blew up? No, in Detroit, um, they could have a city net out there. In Atlanta, they could have a city net out there, and they
Like an
just
intranet.
yeah,
Yeah. All
you
internet is localized. There is
yeah,
no worldwide net because everybody's worried the AI. If the AIs break through and infect one city, they can infect them
they
all.
can't
they
Yeah.
get to the other
100%
ones.
can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Bart Most went crazy.
you
Hail
look
him.
you look as far and deep as you can,
hmm
but you can't find anything on this man. It seems
Oh,
like he's almost a non-entity in Night City.
I found our Ronin. That's my
Well,
best
Ah.
shoot.
guess.
You telling me you
The
ran into
dude.
somebody when you found that box?
Oh, the fuck we did. I think we ran into the dude.
That
Heck,
killed
man.
that solo.
Listen,
That's what I
we
think.
made
I
a
don't know.
gentleman's agreement that we never saw each other.
Exactly. He just had that feel. He had that feel.
But clearly, so he duped you guys.
Well,
Again, we were hired to get the
the
box.
Yeah,
box.
yeah, I get
It
it.
is his
Hey,
fault he did not tell us the contents of the box and give us a
I'm
way to
not
verify them.
I'm not mad at the day's job, all in a day's work, but I hate that this guy thinks he has one up on us.
Yeah, he
Listen,
seemed
man, at
like
the end of
not
the
a
day, we
cool
got the money.
dude, but one of those dudes that was just
This could
on
be
the
our ticket
job.
into the big leagues, boys.
Yeah.
I know you all are happy to get paid. I am too, but aren't you just tired of scraping around in the combat zone? I mean,
Well, for sure. I mean, that's why
you
I
know.
wanted us to finish the job before we left, at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
Realistically, we just each got $3,000, which is several months of rent at our current state, and enough drugs that we're probably going to make 2 to 3 times more. I mean, I have enough to buy a house at this point, maybe. Like,
What about a
maybe,
startup?
like, I'm not saying we can't try for more,
In this
but
economy? In this economy?
I could buy a car. I don't have to, but I could buy a car.
That's true.
This is true. But those 80s will run out eventually. I mean, Night City is known to eat you up alive, so I'm gonna search out tomorrow after some much needed rest and see what I can find. I think I can check my contact again. What's his
Oh, yeah,
name?
no, I'm with you. Like,
NECA.
let's look around for this piece of cargo that went missing. I'm just saying, we don't gotta be sad right now.
Yeah, that's
Again, like
true. This is true.
we're good. Like we could technically take a 2-month vacation just with the physical cash. We're not even talking about the drug money.
And the
We
fact
should
that we
stock
finished the
up.
job as well as we did, poor Mira, as well as we did, um, you know, uh, you kept your reputation. I was worried about your reputation at biggest. I just didn't want us to fail this job.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. And it seems like we skated by. Father was none the wiser. I did have to give up Mira, unfortunately, but I couldn't afford to lose on this contract.
Well, if he's
So
so used to tying up loose ends, the fact that you did probably saves us a little bit of scratch off our backs.
yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll suit up, get some upgrades. Maybe you can fix up the Grundy. Get some better
Don't need no
seats.
fixing up. Better seats, I guess.
This one's
And
kind of cushy and
not to be
eats
that
you.
guy, but I the
Yeah.
player, am turning into a little bit of a pumpkin right now.
No, I was about to say we're an hour past
No,
Yeah.
yeah, we did go pretty far over this session. I
Good
did not
stopping
expect
point,
But it
though.
was solid.
I did not expect certain things to go certain ways.
As it
We'll
always
just say that.
goes.
Always
A
happens
lot of
that way, man.
lot of improv.
Yes.
But
Welcome
but
to the world of Ready to Game.
yeah,
100.
you guys, I'd say you guys did really good this session. I mean, the way you guys problem solved, I mean, you guys did good.
Appreciate it.
But just keep those fine details in your head. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh, I know
some
you saw me
things can
typing.
come back to bite you in the end.
I know you
Yeah,
saw
I
me
know every
typing.
person we meet matters. Mira, Mira seems fairly connected. I wonder what's gonna happen to her.
Yeah, keep
But
your eyes on
cool.
Milton too.
Yeah, right. Appreciate you
Mhm.
GMing for us, man. This was fun.
Yeah, good job,
Oh yeah,
Cassidy.
seriously, thank
Of
you.
course.
And I'll take us to close out, which we're not gonna just full stop. Same order as last time. I think what would be really cool is if you mention like a magic moment that you enjoyed throughout the game. Um, then you once again reiterate who you are, what you did, and where we can find you, and then pass it on to the person clockwise.
All right then. Well then, I would have to say that my favorite moment from this session would probably be during the confrontation outside the box. The fact that the party, instead of choosing to go straight into a fight, was willing to talk it out and come to an agreement that completely shifted the dynamics of what's going to happen in the future.
Mhm.
And the fact that they were able to use other resources besides combat, even when confronted with weapons in their face.
Oh yeah.
Once again, I am your GM Cassidy. Uh, no internet presence, sorry guys, but
Yet.
yeah, it's been a blast running this session.
Uh, word. Yeah. Again, my name is Mac. You can call me Mac. I am money in Cyberpunk Red this go round. Magic moment for me had to have been um, honestly when we get to the slammer and met with this scene and we're trying to figure out how to like go about it. And though I'm not sure if this is the same altercation, but it's basically um, getting to know that the bouncer was this guy we wanted to kill, which I didn't pick up on immediately, but like choosing not to, and then finding out later that he's just like mauling everybody in the building was like I guess it kind of like piggybacks off of what Cassidy said. Like we averted a huge um, crisis, just by
Hmm.
problem solving and stuff. And once again, you can find me on Instagram at it's a Mahdi, ITSAMAHDI.
Beautiful. Well, I would have to say that my magic moment of this was several moments where our lovely game runner really hated the fact that we have named the really cool AI car Larry. And we all know that that's gonna stay his name. A lot of laughs. I do. There are like so many other like awesome roleplay moments, but I always like those little completely improvised like bits that just kind of grow as games goes on. And
Absolutely.
once again, I was your lovely Nomad, one-eyed Nomad lookout, and I am Fire and Bone on Twitch. I don't have anything yet, but I'm apparently gonna have to get a web presence now.
Do it. And I am, and as always, your solar powered bard. Jaws, you can find me on the interwebs under But I'm Not a Shark or Solar Powered Bard or Jaws. Look me up on Google, you might find me. I was your NetRunner, externity, the external entity. And my magic moment for today's show. Uh, There's so many. But I want to say maybe towards the very beginning, it wasn't as much as one scene as it was. Well, it was one full scene, us driving from getting from the first location to the second, and just
That was fun.
the yes and that happened the entire time too. Like there's so much that we talked about that didn't exist until right then. That felt so chill. You know what I mean?
It did create
There were
space,
no
Yeah.
not too many guesses, and
Yeah,
I
I know what
thought
you
that was
mean.
really cool. From there, I was like, oh, we're gonna. This is dope. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
I would say that's my magic moment. Us in car rides, hilarious.
And it feel like it'll get better as we go on too. Especially
Mhm.
me. This is my first run at Cyberpunk RED, so
Yeah,
I've been doing my
snaps.
research
Did
and
well.
learning what technology is around and what's not, and like how to
Oh
work with
yeah,
that.
it's wild. Like
Yeah,
just the fact that it's a divergent technology path, so you can't say, "Oh yeah, it's like everything we had 50 years ago." It's like,
right.
no, they have no computers stuff
Yeah,
that we have, but at the same time, you got robot arms and
yeah,
nanoware
and
that's
net
Right.
just like
architectures,
everywhere.
like net
Yeah,
architectures
like
are insane compared
Infinite.
to the
Yeah.
computers we have
it's a
now.
complex
Seriously.
world.
Especially compared to 2077, if anyone's familiar with it. Like
Hmm.
that was a big
Uh-huh.
distinction I had to learn. Like I was like, oh wait, a lot of the stuff I'm used to hasn't happened yet. This is like the
Mhm.
post-apocalyptic version of that. Like,
The only
so yeah, this has
difference,
been really cool.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, it's cool. That was a longer conversation that we don't need to have now. Me
Yes,
nerding
I
out
did
We'll
about
have
the
a
get
net.
game that started almost about
we'll
45
get
minutes ago,
into
so
more cyberpunk lore later on.
No, for sure.
It's a very interesting world for sure, and I'd like to say I'm gonna put some of my unique twists on it.
Hell yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Same. Thank you so much for GMing. Thank you guys for being
Thanks for
here.
watching, everyone.
And thank you guys for watching. For all you in, I saw you in there. Kirio, thank you for coming in. Thanks for the first time chat. That's dope. Thanks for
Nice.
everyone who followed. I'm
yeah,
gonna end
seriously.
up soon. My house is getting big. We gotta get Fire off. Gotta get Mac and Cassidy off as well. So until next time, as always, thanks for seeing the show. We'll give it a name eventually. And stay patched, peeps. Peace.
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 Ooh. Peace.